When you place a trade, the last thing you want to see are those red candles pushing into drawdown. What you want is sniper entry. You pick your level so perfectly that price taps in and then explodes to your take profit. Now, if you've been watching my live trading stream for the last 3 weeks, you know my zero drawdown scalping strategy really works. I have a 79% win rate with trades called on stream, and today I have 4 trades to show you from the last 48 hours. 1 free trade, 1 VIP trade, and 2 stream trades I took in front of thousands of people live. So just watch to the end of the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If we look at our live stream P&L calendar, you can see we have 9 winning days and only 2 losers. But really, we should be 10-1. I missed out on a $7,000 trade I gave out live on stream. I'll explain what happened in a little bit, but first, let's pop up the charts. I'm going to start today's strategy lesson with a very simple trade. This was a free trade I sent to my free trading room. 78,000 members, you can see at the top right here. I told you when to move the stop loss to break even. Then live on stream, we're able to watch this one play out and win 96 pips. So now let's break down the strategy. How did I get that sniper entry? Now, the first thing I'm looking at are my major resistance and support levels. You could see we have a major level of resistance right here and a major level of support right here. So ideally, we want to be buying when the price has retraced to a discount. Now, as we zoom in, you can see the next thing I'm looking at right here is my trend line. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of that trend line, making that valid, and then we're waiting for a break. Now, I told you the importance of buying at a good price, right? Buying from support, selling from resistance. So if we take our Fibonacci from the bottom to the top right here and we swing this across, you can see that anything below this 50% is discounted price. So we are buying well below that discounted price, really getting a good price. Then as we zoom in even further, you can see we have a level of minor resistance right here, you could see. So we got a reaction to our support level, potentially a double bottom pattern right here. And we waited for this candle to break and close above not only the minor resistance I just showed you, but also above the trend line. That's exactly what we got right there. And then I sent this trade to over 78,000 people and we smashed our take profit. Actually watched this one finish live on stream. Now, this trade was on the hourly chart, and I'm giving you a scalping strategy, so we're going to get into the scalping trades next. Now it's time to get into the zero drawdown scalping strategy. Only scalps from here on out, including this gold scalp that made me over $5,000. This trade I sent to my VIP gold trading room. You can see we have about 1,200 members in here. Gave you a buy limit order that we inevitably reached for 1.8%. So let me explain exactly how I did it. I'm going to show you. Look, we have the resistance at the top. We have our support at the bottom. That's the first step. Just like the first trade, you're going to start noticing all of these things are very similar on every single trade, and the trades 3 and 4 are going to be even more advanced, even more sniper entries that I did live on stream. So the first thing we want to be doing is always buying from the support, right? We're buying at the discount. If we just measure the Fibonacci from the top of the zone to the bottom of the zone, we have way more room to go up. From our sniper entry right here, we have way more room to go up than we do to go down, giving us higher probabilities. So the next thing I'm looking at is a little bit of a trend line. Not a great trend line right here. You can see we've got one touch here, we almost touch here, we got another touch here, another touch here, and then we inevitably break the trend line. This is just telling me the price is likely going to go up. That's just another confluence that I'm using on all these trades. Then I already told you, buying from support, got a reaction from support, and look at this huge reaction right here. You can see we have fair value gaps being created as we have a huge push up in price right there, and that creates a demand zone. This green box right here is a demand zone. So now we have our trend line break, our support reaction, and our demand. Everything is starting to stack up. So I set my limit order right here, right after we get a reaction, right after we tap into this box, sent this to 1,200 people, and as you can see right here, the trade shot up on the 5-minute time frame, smashing our take profit in just over an hour. And a perfect entry because we're adding all these confluences together. Trading takes discretion. We need to look at more than just one thing. Now, if you want trades like this trade, you should join my VIP trading room. And if you're looking for a place to trade, I recommend you sign up with the Fintura brokerage. That's where I'm trading right now. The spreads are low, the commissions are low. It runs on MetaTrader. It's the best broker in the business, and registration is absolutely free. Click the link in the description right now and let's get into some more trades. All right, I'm not going to spend much time on this one. This is a honorable mention. I won 4% on this trade. I sent this trade to FX VIP, and I'm sure it looks really similar to the last two trades. We have a trend line break. We're buying from support, and of course we have a sniper entry, scalping with 0 drawdown. But this trade is from last week in VIP, so I can't talk about it. I promised you just trades from the last 48 hours, so let's get into those stream trades. All right, this is what you've been waiting for. Let's get into the live stream trades. This trade I won for over $2,000 in front of over 2,000 people. Look, resistance level at the top right here, support at the bottom. We want to be buying from support. Look at the distance from our entry right here to the top and to the bottom. This is giving us high probability, right? The market is going to move in waves here. That is our expectation on this trading position. This is how we get sniper entries. Now, you can see we have the moving average on the chart right here. So this is a downtrend. Usually I like to trade with the trend, but there were a lot of confluences. There were a lot of reasons to take this trade. I'm going to give you all of them right now. So let's zoom in a little bit right here. You can see 1, support reaction, 2, our trend line, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Then we break through the trend line right here. We also have our range breakout. At 9:30 a.m. EST, the 15-minute candle creates a range bottom and a range top. When we see the candle close out of the range top, that is a bullish indicator. So at this point, we're buying from support. We have the trend line break. We have the range break and the candle close. We have everything we want, but we need to get that sniper entry. At this point, I'm looking at minor support right here. You can see this level was being respected as support here, respected as resistance here. So I'm expecting price to tap into this level right there. That's where I entered the trade live on stream, and as you can see, it smashed take profit almost immediately. Now, as for my take profit, look, I didn't take profit at resistance. Why? Because we had this moving average. I did this live on stream. I said maybe we're going to respect that moving average. Why? Because we respected the moving average right here with recent price action, and that's exactly what happened. If I play this out, take a look at what happens. I got the perfect sniper entry and I got the perfect sniper exit. If you pay attention to what you're doing, you could do this every single day. Now, if you thought that sniper entry was good, I've got one more to show you. It was the best one of the week, and I should have made $7,000 on it. I'll explain in a second. Take a look at this trade that I sent earlier. It was the best trade probably that I've sent on stream. Frickin' sniper entry, as they call it. So this sniper entry is my favorite live stream trade so far, and I should have made $7,000 on this. I'll tell you why I didn't in a second. So first thing we're doing here, we have our resistance at the top, we have our support at the bottom. Price is close to resistance, right? So we want to sell it down. So let's zoom in a little bit further here. See just how beautiful this trade actually was. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and then the break here on the trend line. That's telling us that price could be moving down. We also just tapped into resistance and got a bit of a price movement down. We also appear to be respecting our moving average at this level right here, got a decent reaction. So that's something I was looking at too. Then of course we have our orb, our range breakout, range high right here, top of the range, bottom of the range on the 9:30 a.m. New York Stock Exchange 15-minute candle. That's what we do. Watch me on live stream. Watch the videos I did the last 2 weeks to understand that better. So once we get the candle close beneath the range low right here, We got the break right here, the reaction right here. Everything's telling us we can sell, so we're looking for an opportunity. Where are we going to enter the trade? Now, one of the areas I like to enter the trade is the range midline. Okay, so you could see we have our range, and then we have the midline within the range. That's an area that I like to enter a trade. Then I also noticed we had a fair value gap off of these candles right here. So you could see we had another confluence, another area to enter a trade. And then we also had, look, right where I entered, the moving average, okay? So we have all of those things live on stream giving us a sniper entry. And as I play this trade out, you could see it went all the way down and smashed my take profit here. And this was a 1 to 4.4 risk reward ratio. This works because of discretion and all of those confluences, right? Sell at resistance, break in the trend line, break in the range, EMA, fair value gap. We're adding all of these things together, and then we're smashing our take profit. Now, this trade should have made me over $7,000, but it didn't. Everyone else on stream got triggered onto this trade, but my entry rate here was so good, and this is exactly where it was, that it didn't trigger. You could see, look, it was this close right here. It should have triggered, but my broker didn't put me into this trade. So I actually missed this trade, and it was the best trade that I did. But luckily, over 2,000 people watching were able to catch this trade with me live on stream time frame. Now, I hope this strategy helped you. If you want any of my trades, click the link in the description. Hit that like button if this helped you at all. Subscribe to the channel. Watch this video right here. Definitely watch this video right here, and I'll be back next week. Much love.